Crit the weapon. Probably the core. The value on this is a lot lower with the crit loot items. Were this being cooldown reduced, starting at 6-second cooldown rather than 7-second cooldown, makes the late game stuff with it a bit better. Can like buff up to small freeze items over here. I gotta try. Plus 2 gold. If we get the lighter, then lighter's a playable. Did this fight always have this skill? I don't remember this. That was added. Yeah, like it's still not a losable fight, but hey, nice. We're not necessarily buffing this. Let's look here.
Discounts for peace. You are enough, friend. But I'm glad you bought this.
That's my board. I can roll this? Oh, what? While you have shield, this item's cooldown is reduced by 50%. They did not want to deal with those infinites. That was a bad roll. I don't think I'm taking the Walter. I guess the more I'm using the core, the more I'm using the beta ray, which also speeds up the core. Imagine we're always going to be pretty weak with the core on day one. Fuck. Oh, our burn doesn't stack either. Yeah, okay. They buff later? No. Yeah, we had a gold cinders from the encounter. This is really hard to beat day one. We could be quite a bit stronger and still lose to this. Yeah, they shouldn't charge on burn. Oh god, it only goes to 20? $10, $20, $40, $80. Ew.
If you have to ask the price, you can't afford it.
No, the charge numbers never change. It just gains damage.
Buyer's remorse never. Be remorseless. I think that suits you beautifully. Remember, diamonds come in small boxes.
All things in moderation. Life and business.
It's an offer, eh? I'm down to try.
Happy to exploit you. I mean, help you.
Probably supposed to buy this, but this is more unique. Oh. They buffed this fight. Who's used to... Oh, because the dog itself got buffed, right. Yeah, we really want augmented weaponry. Pretty sure this fight is unskippable, if you see it. The skills are worth pivoting around. Okay. This is my second XP. Let's get that out of the way.
You see landfill?
And one. We're not necessarily strong this fight.
Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home. Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything. That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Crit chance. Just take the reloot items because it's more gold. More gold, more augmented weaponry. Oh my god. I'll run it now. I'm getting it on the core. It's fine on the raise. I prefer to not lose this fight. Nice. Take the life because I've got scaling. I think because of augmented weaponry, this is fine. Did I lose a gumball? Oh, I found it. No defense for this, no defense for this. the yellows for when we get duct tape. Hopefully we get a duct tape. She probably wants on the other side of the core.
Sweaty. Bazaar, bad place.
Medium and large. This pulse rifle's pretty good.
Small items, small people. I love them all.
Yep, you can get large items now as starting items. Our first two runs are a starting Beast of Burden and a starting Cove. It's a little silly. Yep, they work with them now. I guess that's my defense.
Where's Midsworth? Oh, did he see me close a deal?
As they always should have. Okay, so there's loot items here. What does upgrading blast doors do? Is that as absurd as I think it is? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, I guess that's my defense figured out. Yeah, just +1. Uh-oh. We can lose to poison. I do not have great game in the puffer. My damage is terrible. Ugh. Yeah, even with all this flat scaling. Viruses are a problem. Okay, we're not losing our rays. Yet. We got pretty lucky here. And we're still losing. Fuck!
Some people just need a good whack.
Yeah, Blast Doors is good into weapon builds. It's just...
Anyway, I've got to get back to work.
It is still a medium item that is just giving you shield. Need more weapons. Let's go here. This is also a weapon. Scales? I mean, I haven't seen the entire meta be pepper spam. There's people playing different stuff. This is 22 damage to my entire board. These are silver now, right? Six regen. I mean, it's also patch day. Ladder's usually more varied on patch day than it will be later on in the week. We beat something! I still want pulse rifle. I want to get like power sander GPU out at least.
Do you have any really small things?
Yeah, we get the pulse rifle.
Back home. I'm gonna be a business tree.
That is good. Oh, this needs to move over. Whoops. Upgrade Alpha Ray. It's +3 scaling. Could also upgrade the doors. That feels like the highest impact upgrade. There are blast doors on the board. It got reworked. This thing's just a boatload of shield now. I hate that this doesn't help us versus the puffers, and we're probably pretty bad into the puffers still. Yeah, my clock did get a lot faster. Sell crypto. It maxes out at 20. What? What do you mean, what? Charges on shield damage. Yes. There's most weapon boards already. Yeah, that's the reason to take one of the Ray upgrades instead.
Any good fights lately? Oh, I do miss it.
I'm gonna bench that.
No
I guess this is
stillness.
better than
I
the
prefer
copperhead.
action.
Hey, we get the Ray anyway. Easy every time. Still just 10 on the crypto. I think Bayonet's better than Uzi. It's less charge on the core. The only reason to consider Uzi instead. We could also say that every Vanessa we expect to be a puffer board, in which case we don't even play blast doors, but I'm not willing to be that extreme yet.
Out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobody.
Yeah, you do still run into other stuff. Clock's not even that bad anymore.
Defeat does not defeat me.
Does the level up upgrade reward work? Yeah, it depends depending on the... It's either the day or the level. I'm not sure which. I believe that we kill this. How do they beat a blast doors? You get upgrade your bronze without having a bronze. Yeah. But you're not gonna see upgrade a bronze after you no longer have bronzes. It'd be a very weird game if you didn't have a bronze. Oh my. Probably this. Pretty sure that matters more than this.
I'm finished with fighting, but I can help you finish a fight. Use it well. Make me proud.
This scales me. Well, it doesn't force me to play Chris Army Knife. And gets double damage from scaling. Wait. Should I have not upgraded this?
Hey, when you carry my weapon, I I fight alongside you.
The smaller the portions, the finer the meal.
I don't think I'm playing that one.
Whoever said money can't
Damage
buy
on the whole
class,
board.
neither.
Just cycle these.
Shall I gift wrap it for you?
Yeah, I... Weird. I can't cut the blast doors, can I? I guess I can cut the alpha ray.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
Yep. Good try. Good try.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round!
Just
Feels weird going to Curio over a skill shop, but I have augmented weaponry.
Hooey! Now that's a bargain. Well, you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
What are we doing here? I want damage on you.
Hat's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you. Hooey! Now that's a bargain.
It's charges instead of haste, so there's no rocket boots value.
Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home.
Okay. Yeah, augmented weaponry is ridiculous. Took a little while to pick up, but once it did, what a board we have. Rock is such a good fight. 5 XP though, 12 gold. We still need the gold. Oh no, I haven't gone into the fight yet. I think how Bazaar is updated with it though. Yeah, it doesn't have the piggles anymore. Maybe bushel, duct tape, model ship, proboscis. Sick. It's just pretty rare that you get the Phoenix skill. Mostly taking this fight for the 5 XP. Decisions. I made the correct decisions. Yes, the first shot doubles the damage of the other two. We're just looking for the beta ray. I don't think the beta ray is ever coming off the board. Gumballs! Plus 10 damage to the whole board. And then some other stuff depending on the gumball. So instead of Pulse Rifle, I could play, like, Lifesteal and Bayonet again, but... I don't think this is going back in. Still maybe a world where we Uzi. I'm not sure what that world looks like, but... Clutch Blast doors. Taking the crit chance. Where is it? Some slow skills. Let me in! Okay, let me just restart the game. We gotta restart the game soon anyway. No! What? Again? My third... Let me in! Thank you.
The world is frantic. The long time is peace.
God, the skill is so bad now. I am not playing any large items. I am still taking this, aren't I?
Coins. A journey of eons to reach me.
Try to get the feather versus try to get the skill. The skill doesn't do that much for me. I don't have any haste. Yeah, let's try to get the feather. The skill here is also insane. This skill is probably better than the other guy's skill. Okay. 6% everything.
Reuse, recycle, relax. Warm's
More than
my
6% to
rusty
everything.
see that find
Ooh.
home. Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything.
Okay, let me sell this now. I don't particularly care about the cooldown on the Chris Army knife. So I'll do that. I want damage on the thing that does absurd amounts of damage. Guess I can cycle this to...
Now that's a bargain. That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Five point oh on the core, 5.2 on the launcher, 9.1 on the blast doors.
It is sad not everyone can be a worm cat, but you...
Too many weapons for that.
Yes?
Just take the crit chance.
Not one person has died in my training. Today.
Kaboom! Nobody ever expects the earth-shattering kaboom. It's... These are gold at this point, right? Honestly, don't even hate that. It's also damage. It's a bit misleading how good the CDR is. Because it's probably going to trigger just by getting charged. And you waste all of the charge overflow. Oh, what? Okay, whatever. 20 regen. I'd be good. Wish for an upgrade to my rocket launcher. Like a free thing. Can't play that. Just do that. Skill at 100. Skill is now at 100. Whoa! That's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Too bad he just dies. God, it's so adorable. They even have building crescendo? I want to be that guy. But we gotta take the life. not slowing enough for that. Not playing large items for Juggler. Try to spike the Icy enchant. I can't believe they pushed this to live. This is probably the most baffling change. The most baffling change in the past patch notes was augmented weaponry becoming insane, but it's just so crazy that people complain about Icy enchants and then they increase the access to Icy enchants.
Now it knows.
I guess maybe you'd never get it from level up rewards anymore, because the level up rewards are tied to, like, they never give you better than gold loot items. And that is where most snowflakes came from. Maybe it's more okay than I think it is, but it is crazy when you get it. But you might only be getting it, like, never. From the fights that have it.
I'm finished with fighting, but I can help you finish a fight.
If it was pre-patch, I probably would have tried this, but not with it being halved. Fight is recurring, though. That's fair. That's fair. Hammer all over again. Hammer's probably better than an Icy enchant, but I think they did also remove most of the absurd Icy enchants. Is the Diamond Friend better than Chris? No. We're not slowing at all. Sorry, we're slowing 5 times across the entire fight. I just take 2 sharpening stones. Whee! Weapon, Vanessa. There were a lot of things we're doing that that opponent could not deal with.
People say, don't get so defensive, Fortis, but I'm a shield master. Blocking is a lot like striking, but reversed.
I believe. Yeah. It's still... If I was using duct tape, I'd probably have still picked it there, but since we already have 1,000 shield on our shield item, I don't think that's what I'm trying to do. Ow. Give me the loot. Okay, so this one's everything. I could put it on the pulse rifle, since the pulse rifle is triggering the core, and then the core is triggering the rocket launcher. Oh, hey, 2.9. It's like it wasn't nerfed. If poison, like, freezes our shit, I think the poison clock is a lot faster than it was last patch, if you build the comp correctly.
You see landfill, I see buried treasure. Well, you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar. Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything.
Oh, Blastors can gain crit. Huh. Not sure why I didn't process that.
Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home. That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
As well.
Ooh-wee, now that's a bargain.
132. Not sure what pigs we lose to.
Are you sure? Have you noticed I'm huge? I believed in myself.
Not that one.
Still lost.
Turbo Ganjo.
With a good enough defense, you'll barely even need an offense.
Yep.
First principle of shield mastery.
Why not?
Always have one.
First sharpened quarters of the patch. It's probably not very good. Definitely better with duct tape. At least now our Blastoise does something against poison.
Stand down.
I think it's more balanced now. Sharpened quarters? Yeah, of course. It's way more in line. Still very good on the boards that it's good on.
Objective.
At least it's a monster skill that's sort of hard to get. I thought this was gonna get hotfix removed. But maybe it's rare enough that they're okay with it being absurd. Are the rockets doing so much? They do double damage when they have burn on them, and this applies burn, and then they also crit. So the base damage goes up to 440, and then they crit for 800. Oh, we have augmented weaponry. They buffed this. Is that visible? Yeah. Skill's messed up. Yeah, this one was in the patch notes. Dude. What am I looking for? You don't get this from haste items anymore. I guess I just fish for this upgrade. Got 37 gold.
I feel like you're not being
Key.
present with me.
Never playing this, right? They're completely different skills.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
Sharp corner, if you build too much around sharpened corners and you don't get it, you just die. But you know you have augmented weaponry on day 2.
Bring her about! I've got another salvo in me.
I legitimately think augmented weaponry is stronger than sharp corners was. It takes a couple days to come online, but once it does, I'm pretty sure every character has some absurd way to break it.